Somebody needs to hear this right now. Somebody woke up this morning tired. Somebody woke up this morning with tears still wet on the pillow. Somebody woke up this morning wondering if today would be just another day of waiting, another day of struggling, another day of watching everybody else move forward while you feel stuck. I want you to stop right where you are. I want you to put down whatever is in your hand. I want you to lift your head up, because I did not wake up this morning to talk to you about ordinary things. I woke up this morning with a fire in my bones, and I am telling you, today is not an ordinary day. Today is not just another Saturday on the calendar. Today, August the 8th, is the day heaven has marked. Today is the day the chains break. Today is the day the walls fall. Today is the day the door that has been shut for months, for years, swings wide open. This is your sign. Do you hear me? This is your sign. You have been asking for a sign. You have been on your knees at midnight saying, God, if you are real, if you see me, if you have not forgotten me, show me something. Well, I am telling you this morning, this is it. This message finding you right here, right now, at this exact moment, in the middle of your storm, in the middle of your struggle, in the middle of your sleepless nights. This is not an accident. This is not a coincidence. There is no such thing as a coincidence when the Almighty is involved. He orders your steps. He ordains your mornings, and He has ordained this morning, this Saturday, this 8th day of August, to be the day your breakthrough begins. I do not know what you have been carrying. I do not know what battle you have fought in silence while smiling on the outside. I do not know how many nights you have cried into your pillow so nobody would hear you. I do not know how many times you have looked in the mirror and wondered if you would ever get out of the situation you are in. But God knows. God has seen every tear. God has counted every sleepless night. God has heard every silent prayer you thought nobody was listening to. And today, He is answering. Today, He is moving. Today, He is breaking through on your behalf. Somebody has been believing for a financial breakthrough. The bills keep piling up. The bank account keeps shrinking. You have done everything you know how to do. You have worked hard. You have been faithful. You have given what little you had, and still it feels like you are drowning. I want you to hear me. Your breakthrough is not coming from a lottery ticket. It is not coming from luck. It is not coming from chance. It is coming from the hand of the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, the one who owns the silver and the gold, the one who has never once failed to provide for His children. Today, declare it with me. My breakthrough starts today. My provision starts today. My season of lack is over. My season of overflow has begun. Somebody has been believing for healing. Maybe it is in your body. Maybe it is a diagnosis that shook you to your core. Maybe it is a pain that will not let go, a sickness that the doctors cannot explain, a weariness in your bones that only comes from fighting a battle nobody else can see. I want you to know this morning that healing is not just a hope. Healing is your inheritance. You were not created to live in sickness. You were not created to live in defeat. There is a resurrection power available to you today, and I am telling you, that same power that raised the dead, that same power that opened blind eyes, that same power that made the lame walk, that power is available to you this Saturday morning. Reach out and receive it. Do not just hope for it. Reach out and take hold of it with both hands. Somebody has been believing for restoration in a relationship. Maybe it is a marriage that feels like it is hanging by a thread. Maybe it is a friendship that broke and you do not know how to fix it. Maybe it is a family member who has not spoken to you in years, and every holiday, every birthday, every ordinary Tuesday, you feel the weight of that silence. I want you to know that restoration is possible. Broken things can be mended. Silent phones can ring again. Cold hearts can be warmed again. What man has torn apart, a higher hand can put back together. If you will not give up, if you will keep believing, if you will keep sowing love, even when it feels like it is falling on hard ground. Somebody has been believing for a breakthrough in your purpose. You know there is more in you than what you are currently living out. You feel it. It keeps you up at night. It is the dream you have been too afraid to speak out loud because you are scared of being disappointed again. I want you to know this morning that dream was not placed in your heart to torment you. It was placed there because it is possible. It was placed there because it is yours to walk into. Stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for the size of your vision. Stop letting fear talk you out of what you were born to do. Today is the day you stop hiding and start walking toward what you were made for. Let me tell you something about breakthroughs. A breakthrough does not always look like what you expect. Sometimes you are praying for the storm to stop, and instead you are given the strength to stand in the storm and not be moved. Sometimes you are praying for the mountain to be removed, and instead you are given the power to climb it. Sometimes you are praying for the enemy to be destroyed, and instead you are given the wisdom to walk right past him without fear. A breakthrough is not always the absence of struggle. Sometimes a breakthrough is a shift in you, a shift in your faith, a shift in your strength, a shift in your understanding, so that the very thing that used to break you can no longer touch you. I need you to understand something about waiting. You have been waiting so long that you have started to believe waiting means forgotten. You have been waiting so long that you have started to believe delay means denial. I am here to tell you this morning, delay is not denial. Just because it has not happened yet does not mean it is never going to happen. Every promise has a due season. The farmer does not plant a seed in the morning and expect a harvest by evening. He plants, he waters, he tends, and he waits, not because the harvest is not coming, but because the harvest has a process. You are in a process. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are growing roots deep enough to hold up the size of the blessing that is coming. Some of you have been so busy looking at what you do not have that you have missed what you do have. You do not have the job you want yet, but you have your health. You do not have the money you need yet, but you have people who love you. You do not have the breakthrough you have been praying for yet, but you have breath in your lungs this morning, and where there is breath, there is still time. And where there is still time, there is still hope. Do not let what is missing blind you to what remains. Gratitude is not denial of your pain. Gratitude is the posture that positions you to receive your miracle. I want to talk to the one who feels like giving up. I see you. I know you are tired. I know you have prayed the same prayer so many times that the words feel empty in your mouth now. I know you have believed and believed and believed, and it feels like nothing is changing. I want to tell you, do not you dare quit now. Do not you dare lay down the fight in the very season when your miracle is closest. The enemy always attacks hardest right before the breakthrough. That is not a coincidence. That is a sign. When the resistance gets stronger, it is not because you are further from your miracle, it is because you are closer than you have ever been. The darkest hour of the night comes right before the dawn. Hold on just a little while longer. Your dawn is coming. This morning I declare over you, every chain that has held you back is breaking right now. Every door that has been shut in your face is opening right now. Every lie the enemy has whispered to you in the dark, that you are not enough, that you are too far gone, that it is too late for you, that you missed your chance. Every one of those lies is being silenced right now. You are not too far gone. It is not too late. You have not missed your chance. Today is a new day, and a new day means a new mercy, and a new mercy means a fresh start, and a fresh start means your story is not over. I want you to say this out loud, wherever you are, in your car, in your kitchen, in your bed, before you even get up. Say it like you mean it. Say it until you believe it. Say, today is my day. Today my breakthrough begins. Today the chains break. Today the doors open. Today the walls fall. I am not who I used to be. I am not what my circumstances say about me. I am not defined by my past, by my mistakes, by my failures, by what people said I would never become. I am defined by the purpose placed inside of me, and that purpose is coming to pass, starting today. Somebody reading this or listening to this needs to know that you are stronger than you feel right now. Feelings lie. Feelings are real, but feelings are not always true. You feel weak, but you are not weak. You feel like a failure, but you are not a failure. You feel forgotten, but you are not forgotten. Do not let your feelings write checks that your faith cannot cash. Feelings come and go with the weather of your circumstances, But faith stands firm no matter what the forecast says. Choose faith this morning. Choose faith over fear. Choose faith over doubt. Choose faith over what your eyes can see, and watch what happens when you do. Let me remind you of something. Every single person you admire, every single person who has ever accomplished something great, every single person whose life you look at and think, I wish that was me, every one of them had a moment just like this. A moment where they were tired, a moment where they wanted to quit, a moment where nothing made sense and the road ahead looked impossible. The difference between the ones who made it and the ones who did not is not that the ones who made it never struggled. The difference is they refused to stop. They got back up one more time than they got knocked down. They kept walking even when they could not see the whole staircase. They just trusted that taking the next step was enough. I want to speak to the parent who feels like they are failing. You are up before the sun, and you are still up long after it sets, taking care of everybody else, pouring out love and energy and time into people who may never fully understand the sacrifice you are making. I want you to know heaven sees you. Every meal you cooked when you were exhausted, every late night you stayed up nursing a sick child, every sacrifice you made so somebody else could have a chance. None of that is wasted. None of that is forgotten. Your reward is coming, and it is coming in ways you cannot even imagine yet. I want to speak to the ones starting over. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe a relationship ended. Maybe a dream you poured years into fell apart, and now you are staring at a blank page, wondering how you are supposed to begin again. I want you to know, starting over is not the same as starting from nothing. You are not the same person you were the last time you started. You have wisdom now that you did not have before. You have scars that have become strength. You have lessons that only pain could teach you. This is not a step backward. This is a launching pad. What looks like an ending is actually the runway for your next beginning. I want to speak to the one who has been faithful in silence. Nobody has clapped for you. Nobody has celebrated your small wins. You have shown up every single day, done the right thing when nobody was watching, kept your integrity when it would have been easier to cut corners, and it feels like nobody has noticed. I want you to know, what is done in secret does not stay in secret forever. Faithfulness in the dark always leads to reward in the light. Keep being faithful. Keep showing up. The applause is coming, even if it has not arrived yet. This morning, I am not just speaking words. I am releasing a declaration over your life. I declare that fear no longer has a grip on you. I declare that anxiety no longer controls your mind. I declare that depression no longer has a home in your heart. I declare that every generational curse, every cycle of defeat, every pattern of struggle that has followed your family for years, it stops with you. You are the one who breaks the cycle. You are the one who changes the story. You are the one your children and your children's children will look back on and say, that is where everything changed. I declare abundance over your finances. I declare peace over your mind. I declare healing over your body. I declare restoration over your relationships. I declare clarity over your purpose. I declare joy that no circumstance can steal. I declare strength for every battle ahead. I declare favor that opens doors no man can shut. I declare that this Saturday, this 8th day of August, marks the turning point in your story, the day everything shifted, the day the tide turned, the day you look back on one day and say, that was the beginning of everything good that came after. Now I want you to pray with me, not just read these words, pray them. Speak them like you believe them because they are true. Heavenly Father, I come to you this morning with a grateful heart and an expectant spirit. Thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for another chance, another opportunity, another mercy that I did not earn, but that you gave freely anyway. I release every worry, every fear, every doubt that has been weighing me down. I lay it all at your feet this morning because I know you are able to carry what I cannot carry alone. I ask you to break every chain in my life that has held me back, chains of fear, chains of doubt, chains of past failures, chains of other people's opinions. I ask you to open doors that no man can shut, and I ask you to shut doors that no man can open, so that I only walk through what is truly meant for me. I ask for provision where there has been lack. I ask for healing where there has been sickness. I ask for peace where there has been anxiety. I ask for restoration where there has been brokenness. I ask for clarity where there has been confusion. I ask for strength where there has been weakness. Give me the courage to keep believing even when I cannot see the full picture. Give me the patience to trust your timing even when it does not match my own. Give me the wisdom to recognize my breakthrough when it comes and the humility to give thanks for it when it does. I declare that today is not an ordinary day. Today is the day my breakthrough begins. Today is the day my season changes. Today is the day I step into everything you have called me to be. I will not shrink back. I will not give up. I will not let my past define my future. Thank you for this new morning. Thank you for this new mercy. Thank you for this new beginning. I receive it with open hands and a grateful heart. I walk into this Saturday, this 8th day of August, with confidence, not because of anything I have done, but because of who I know is walking with me. This is my sign, this is my season, this is my breakthrough, and I receive it starting today. Now hold on to that prayer. Do not let it just be words you read and forget. Carry it with you into every room you walk into today. Carry it into every conversation. Carry it into every decision. Let it change the way you see your circumstances. Let it change the way you see yourself. You are not the same person who woke up this morning uncertain and afraid. You are a person who has declared breakthrough, and breakthrough is coming. Look at where you have come from. Think about everything you have already survived. Every heartbreak you thought you would never recover from, you recovered. Every loss you thought would destroy you, it did not destroy you, it refined you. Every disappointment that made you question everything, you are still here, still standing, still breathing, still fighting. That is not weakness, that is not luck, that is strength you did not even know you had until you needed it. And if you made it through everything you have already faced, you have exactly what it takes to make it through what is ahead. I want you to stop measuring your life by what has not happened yet and start measuring it by how far you have already come. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not running out of time. You are exactly where you need to be for the next chapter to begin. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that the same hand that has carried you this far is not going to drop you now. Somebody needs to hear this today. Your breakthrough is not about luck, and it is not about chance. It is about a promise that was made over your life before you ever took your first breath. It is about a purpose that was written before you ever opened your eyes. It is about a plan that has been unfolding all along, even during the seasons that felt like nothing was happening. Nothing has been wasted. Every tear, every struggle, every sleepless night, it has all been building toward this moment, today. So stand up, wipe your eyes, straighten your shoulders, lift your head. Whatever you were carrying when you woke up this morning, you do not have to carry it the same way anymore. Set it down, trade it in for faith, trade it in for hope, trade it in for the confident expectation that today, this Saturday, this 8th day of August, is the day everything begins to change. This is your sign. You have been asking for one, and here it is. Do not talk yourself out of it. Do not let doubt creep back in the moment you close this page. Hold on to it, believe it, walk in it. Your breakthrough starts today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when things get better. Today, right now, in this very moment. Go into this day expecting something good to happen. Go into this day expecting doors to open. Go into this day expecting your prayers to be answered. Go into this day knowing that you are not walking alone, that you have never been walking alone, and that the very thing you have been waiting for is closer than it has ever been. This is your morning. This is your sign. This is your breakthrough. Receive it and go live like you believe it. But before you go, I want to go a little deeper with you because I do not want you to walk away from this morning with just a feeling. I want you to walk away with a foundation. Feelings fade by lunchtime. Foundations hold you up for the rest of your life. So let us build something solid together, right here, right now. Let me talk to you about the difference between a wish and a declaration. A wish sits quietly in your heart, hoping something good might happen someday. A declaration stands up, opens its mouth, and calls things that are not as though they already are. All morning I have been asking you to speak, not just think, not just hope, but speak. There is a reason for that. Your words carry weight. Your words are seeds. Every time you say nothing ever works out for me, you are planting a seed of defeat, and you will eventually eat the fruit of that seed. Every time you say, I don't know how I'll make it, you are planting doubt, and doubt grows roots deep and fast if you let it. But every time you say, today is my day, every time you say, my breakthrough is here, every time you say, I am not what my circumstances say about me, you are planting seeds of victory. And seeds of victory, watered with faith, always grow into a harvest of victory. So watch your words today. Watch what you plant. You are not just talking about your life, you are shaping it. I also want to talk to you about the danger of comparison, because comparison is one of the quietest thieves there is. It does not come in loud, it does not announce itself. It slips in while you are scrolling, while you are watching somebody else's highlight reel, while you are looking at somebody else's house, somebody else's marriage, somebody else's success, and it whispers, why not you? What is wrong with you? Why is everybody else moving forward while you stay stuck? I need you to shut that voice down this morning. You are not running somebody else's race. You are not living somebody else's timeline. God is not comparing you to your neighbor, your coworker, your old classmate, or your sibling. He is not asking you to catch up to anybody. He is asking you to walk in the path that was carved out specifically for you, a path nobody else can walk because nobody else was built the way you were built, with your story, your pain, your gifts, your particular way of seeing the world. Stop measuring your worth against somebody else's highlight reel. Your race is your race. Run it. Let me also speak to you about forgiveness, because I know some of you cannot move forward into your breakthrough while you are still dragging around the weight of unforgiveness. Maybe somebody hurt you so deeply that you promised yourself you would never let it go. Maybe somebody betrayed your trust, broke your heart, said things that still echo in your mind late at night. I am not telling you that what happened to you was okay. I am not telling you to pretend the pain was not real. But I am telling you this: unforgiveness is a poison you drink hoping the other person will suffer, and instead it is you who keeps getting sicker. Holding on to that bitterness is not punishing them, it is chaining you to the very moment you are trying to move past. Today I want you to consider setting that weight down, not for their sake, but for yours, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgiveness does not mean the relationship has to be restored. It does not mean you have to trust them again. It simply means you refuse to let their actions control your future any longer. Let it go so you can move forward light. I want to talk about the company you keep, because your breakthrough will be either accelerated or delayed by the voices you allow closest to you. Some of you are surrounded by people who laugh at your dreams, who roll their eyes when you talk about your goals, who always have a reason why something will not work. I need you to evaluate who has access to your ear. Not everybody who sat with you in your past season is called to sit with you in your next one. Some relationships were only meant for a chapter, not the whole book. It is not bitter to outgrow people. It is wisdom to recognize when a season has ended. Surround yourself with people who speak life, who challenge you to grow, who believe in what you are building even when you struggle to believe in it yourself. Iron sharpens iron. Choose your iron carefully. I want to remind you that rest is not the enemy of your breakthrough. Burnout is. Some of you have been pushing so hard, hustling so relentlessly, running on empty for so long that you have confused exhaustion with dedication. I need you to hear this clearly. You were never meant to operate at a pace that destroys you. There is wisdom in rest. There is strength in stillness. The same God who calls you to work also calls you to rest, because he knows your body and your mind cannot sustain endless output without renewal. Slow down enough to breathe. Slow down enough to hear direction, not just noise. A tired soldier makes careless mistakes on the battlefield. Rest so you can fight smarter, not just harder. Let me speak now to the doubt that creeps in right after a moment like this, because I know it is coming. Right after you feel encouraged, right after your faith feels strong, right after you say, "Today is my day," a quiet voice is going to whisper, "Yeah, but you have heard this before. Yeah, but nothing changed last time either." I want you to recognize that voice for what it is. That voice is not truth. That voice is fear dressed up as realism. Fear always tries to sound reasonable. It always tries to sound like it is just being practical, just being careful, just protecting you from disappointment. But fear has never once protected anybody from anything. It has only ever kept people small, kept people stuck, kept people sitting on the sidelines of the life they were meant to live. When that voice shows up today, do not argue with it. Do not entertain it. Simply say, "Not today," and keep walking. I want to remind you of your resilience one more time, because I do not think you give yourself enough credit. Think back 5 years. Think back 10 years. Think about the version of you that existed back then, and think about everything that version of you did not yet know was coming. The losses, the heartbreaks, the setbacks, the seasons that nearly broke you. If someone had shown that younger version of you everything that was ahead, they might have said, "I cannot survive that." And yet here you are. You survived it. You are still standing. You are still breathing. You are still reading these words, still hoping, still believing, still showing up for your own life, even when it would have been easier to give up. That is not a small thing. That is remarkable. Do not let anybody, including yourself, minimize how strong you have already proven to be. Now I want to leave you with a picture. Picture a sunrise, not the middle of the day, not the bright afternoon sun, but that very first light breaking over the horizon after a long, dark night. That first light does not arrive with a shout. It arrives quietly, gently, almost unnoticed at first, just a thin line of gold at the edge of the sky. But give it time, and that thin line of gold becomes a full sunrise, spilling light over everything the darkness had been hiding. That is what your breakthrough looks like when it begins. It rarely explodes all at once. It usually starts small, a shift in your thinking, an unexpected opportunity, a door cracking open just slightly, a peace that was not there yesterday. Do not despise small beginnings. That thin line of gold on the horizon is still a sunrise. Watch for it today. It is closer than you think. So here is what I want you to do with the rest of this Saturday. I want you to walk out of this moment differently than you walked into it. Not because your circumstances have already changed, but because you have. Carry your head a little higher. Speak a little more boldly. Expect a little more courageously. Let this be the day you stopped begging for a miracle and started walking like you already have one coming. Let this be the day you stopped surviving and started believing again. Let this be the day everything shifted, quietly, gently, like that first thin line of gold on the horizon, and let it build morning after morning into the full sunrise of everything you have been waiting for. This is your sign. This is your morning. This is your breakthrough. Go and live like you believe it, because you do.